Hello. I'm live on 1010 portal. All the dogs are looking at me. The poor wieners. Cleansing, protecting, clearing the energies, grabbing the cards, some of the cards. Hello, how are you? Good, how are you? Running out of Palo Santo. I have all these little tiny pieces. All the little tiny pieces and like one big piece. I need to get more. Usually some comes before I run out. So maybe if I light the last stick, more will magically appear. Hi Rick, how are you? Much peace and positive vibes. Hello, hello. Thank you. There's 2 people in here, but I can see 4 commenters. So, hello, Nicole. You made it to a live. Thank you for coming. So, boopity boop. I got my cards. Some of the cards. And more cards readily available. Doopity boop. I know Jenny is driving at the moment, so she's probably not gonna have she's probably not gonna come in here to ask her questions, but I might just like send her one afterwards, ask her if she has a question. She usually is open to receive, but I'll just ask her afterwards. I forgot to tell her that I was going live, but maybe she'll pop in. But I know some of you guys are members, so if you have any questions for the cards, let me know. You have a question, okay, for Drew. Something is in here. Oh, okay. Hello, Melissa. How are you? It's a 1010 portal. I was like starting to fall asleep before I came on, and I was really cold. So hopefully I'll warm up. I'm sure I will. I always start sweating my ass off. Hello, Guinevere. Will someone I had feelings for come back? All right. Will someone you had feelings for come back? The Tower card is here. It says upheaval, desire, anger, survival instinct, impulsive, lust, sudden change, action, aggression. So I feel like it could go either way. I feel like this person could come back into your life and it might even come at a time of upheaval either for them or yourself, okay? But I do see the stars at the bottom, so it could be like your wish is coming true, but it may be at the cost of things going kind of chaotic in their own lives. Like they may have something happen that was like, you know, and through whatever reason, it may kind of lead them back into your energy or back into your experiences. Yes, Melissa, you can ask and send after. So I feel like there is a possibility for Drew to have someone come. Oh wow, I'm seeing the Tower on the bottom of this deck too. Shocking change, energy surge, destruction, bankruptcy, revelation, wipeout, upheaval, divorce, sudden chaos. Whatever's going on in that person's life, I feel like may be something that's gonna be like, they may break free. They may break free from something that's been like very difficult, but it may also come with its own difficulties. Like when you go through a divorce, it's not the best, right? Like divorce isn't always fun, but it can free you from a shitty situation, but it's also going to come with a bunch of drama. I feel like there's something that could go on in that person's life that's going to be like, okay, that makes sense. I do have strong feelings for her. Okay. I feel like something big is going to happen in that person's life and then refire things up in the connection for you from some reason. But at the moment there may be like just a lot of clouds and chaos. I feel like this has come through a lot for you. like just unclear confusion, indecision, misunderstandings, not necessarily directed at you, but just in someone's life around you, that may be causing some weirdness with the woman that you know, or you could be the woman. It's like you or the person you know, a love interest, a girlfriend, a fiance, a spouse. And then with the anchor, they may come back around in your life looking for something to like anchor into, or just something more secure and solid. Somebody that is going to be like a calm in the storm, you know, somebody that's available, to have love, romance, fulfillment, forgiveness, kindness. So I feel like they could be going through things in their life that are just not fun at the moment, and that's causing them a lot of like just not, in happiness, and clarity is not really there for them. They're having a lot of indecision. They may even feel like they've been irresponsible or making bad decisions, or someone in their life has been making a lot of bad decisions and breaking them down. A lot of anxiety, sleepless nights, and they may be in denial about it too. Like they may be like trying really hard to work on whatever's going on there, but I feel like it's a mountain that just keeps growing, and it's making their life a little bit difficult. They could also be very distracted at the moment, and just needing to break free. But they do want more depth in their life, and they want to come out of those illusions. Like I said, I feel like there's something that's an illusion, lies that are happening, that they're trying to like. Because when you're being lied to or gaslit or manipulated, or you're in a circumstance that does not feel good, a lot of times we'll pretend like, oh, it's not that bad, or we try to like rationalize things or downplay things, especially if somebody was once nice to us and then they start being rude to us or mean to us. We're like, we try to like go back to the time where that wasn't the case, even if it's in like our job that we now hate our job, but like we try to like remember, well, it's paying my bills and it's doing this. I feel like they're trying to rationalize things and be like a chameleon to the situation, but it's not doing them any good, and they need to get on the track out of there, you know. She ghosting me, she's ghosting you, and I don't think it's personal. I feel like there's something going on that is, there's just things going on, the wheel of fortune, synchronicity. So there may be so much chaos happening, weird, unpredictable shit. There's a lot of weirdness, possessiveness, um, elusiveness, fierce, unpredictable, like not good stuff. And I feel like if they could break out of that, they'll be more magnetically drawn to come out of that energy towards you. I feel like they're going through something over and over and over again. Haven't heard from her since April. Yeah, I feel like that's just something going on that is like you're not seeing the full picture of. They may even have like an addiction, or they may be just like addicted to something in their life or someone in their life that's causing them a lot of pain. But I do feel like there will be a rendezvous, something better in the future when they break free from that. And that's not, you're not the only one right now with that type of energy, where somebody is like being strung along in a circumstance, in a very toxic like environment, and could be doing toxic things to themselves, like let me just doom scroll, or let me take these drugs, or let me distract myself from whatever's going on, because that's easier to do than to acknowledge the fact that like not everything is so easily digestible in my life. And I do feel like when they come out of that, they'll be more open and more able to even communicate with other people, and even recognize, because when you're in a toxic relationship or in a toxic partnership or in a toxic dynamic, like your relationship with drugs could be toxic, your relationship with work could be toxic. Whenever you're in a toxic thing like that, a lot of times you will push out people who are good for you or care about you, because you're sick of hearing it. Like my sister has basically ghosted me, um, because she doesn't want to keep hearing me tell her she needs to fucking change shit in her life. Um, she'll come around once in a while to laugh at one of the things that I send her in the rails, but she don't want to fucking hear it. She don't want to hear that she needs to get the fuck out of where she's at, and you know what I mean. But when she's ready, she will, and when she does, she'll probably be like, I was so stupid, just like I was. Like, just like everybody else who's ever done that to themselves. Feminine of air. When they get a little bit more quick-witted, strong, have that inner strength, and are realistic about things, they'll break out of that and come out of the troubled times. So again, I don't know exactly what it is, but I feel like there's something overcoming a hardship, becoming more stable, restoration, and conflicts resolved. There's some sort of major conflict and chaos in this person's life that they need to break out of, so they can go to the Four of Wands energy and recover and heal. So yeah, just don't take it personally, and try to work on your own stability and your own maturity. Take it easy and know that it's not a personal thing against you. I feel like they may be giving a lot and not getting back much, and it could be to do with security and like their home, you know, their money, their finances, and it could even be things that they've taken from their family, like they've, you know, some sort of inheritance of karma. You are welcome. All right, so let's see. Boopity boop. Hello, 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 hello. So I did Drew, and then hello, Melissa. Um, a reading to tap into my spirituality right now, and what does Spirit want me to work on to be more spiritual and tap into my abilities? Oh my god, that happened to me. The person ghosted me since April. See, you guys, it's weird. Like, not a lot of people get to know all of the stuff that I know over here, like on doing private readings and shit, but it's like, I read the same fucking story over and over and over and over and over. And I'm like, you're all dealing with the same motherfuckers, just in a different variation of it. There's so many similarities and synchronicities that it's like, it's weird. But let's see. Tap into spirituality. Of what does Spirit want me to work on to be more spiritual? Oh, look at that. The Spirit of the Sun says energy, vitality, resurrection. So the reason I'm like, whoa, is because, yeah, it's a light. I saw something yesterday and it was like kind of confirming something I felt before, where like there's light codes and things that we need to be tapping into, like working with the sun consciously, you know, going outside when the sun is like setting and stuff, and like sun gazing or intending to connect with the sun, to illuminate yourself, because your intention is the most powerful thing. So if you want more energy, more vitality, and to resurrect and to bring in like this guiding light into your life, work with the light consciously by intending to do so, and be like, please illuminate my path, please illuminate what I need to know. um, please activate the light codes, please show me the way that I need to go right now, rather than just waiting for signs. Activate the signs, and also actively work with those the energies that are coming in, in any way that you feel. It could be through art, it could be through writing, it could be through playing sound tools, it could be through meditating. But doing something actively with the light is what I'm getting for you, is going to help you, especially as we go into winter, so that you don't become depressed and melancholy, because that's going to lower your vibration and cause you like illness and sadness and depression. We don't want that. So as the seasons are shifting and all of that, regardless of where you live in the world, try to actively, invoke the sun, especially with all the things that are happening on our planet all the time. Like being in fear, doubt, scared, any of that stuff will actually limit our ability to be awoken. Spirit of the light, awakening, new dawn, new beginnings. So I really feel like they want you to just literally birth new creations in the light, whatever that means to you creatively. Like follow what your heart and soul is guiding you to do in terms of that, and that's going to help you to work on your spiritual abilities, is just by practicing. Maybe do readings for others, or do spirit art for others, or I always say this: when we give, we receive. So just to give that energy out will help you to receive it back, and to help strengthen it and make it more powerful. Yeah, it will help you to have like the harvest and the faith, the unity, the wholeness, the wealth, the status, the windfall, and the tranquility, the peace, and the cleansing that is wanted, to release any lower vibrations or darkness or things that get us frozen and delayed in our life and our progression and our spiritual abilities and tapping in and all of that. Like, you just got to do it. Just jump in and do it. Like, when I first woke up, I just jumped in and started doing it before anybody told me what to do. And then when I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get Reiki, I just started doing it. As soon as I had it, I started doing it. And I kept doing that with everything. It was like I didn't wait. I wasn't like, oh, I'm not ready. Like, just do what you feel guided to do, because you're not being guided to do it to wait, or to hold it back, or to not do it. Trust your instincts. It's okay to be fierce and just go on your solo path, to play and have fun with fantasy and create whatever wants to come through you in a unique way. And that's the best way to do it. Like, we don't want to look at what other people have done. We don't want to look at like what the rules are or what's the best way or what's the right way. There is no right way. The right way is to just do what you feel guided to do with pure intention. As long as you're not like, I'm going to try to harm people, then it'll be all right. Um, yeah, cycles, visions, dreams, and it's like the witch there. So and you may find that like one day you really are into this, or 1 month you're really into something specific, and it shifts. That happens every day. I look at memories from the past 10 years, and it's like every fucking year for 10 years I was tapping back into similar energies and frequencies, because it goes through cycles and phases. So sometimes you may be really active with something, and other times it's like not so much. Like this month I'm being called to do more activations, but the month before I wasn't really being called to do those as much. It really just changes as you change and as the energies change. So find your strength and feel, creative within it, and see what it takes you towards. We also have love letter, email, text, phone calls. So it could be through communicating with others too, like talking to other people, texting other people, emailing other people, writing letters and things. Have that untamed desire inside of you break free to be wild. That's the second time we saw wild. So allow yourself to be wild. Let's see, hold on. Doop-a-da-boop boop. Okay, yesterday I was absorbing the sun when walking. Awesome. So keep doing that. I definitely feel like there's a lot coming through the sun at this time for people. All right. Is 2025 my year to travel and do some soul searching? Let's find out. Thank you for the hearts. We have the Lovers. Romance, harmony, deep connection, relationship, alignment, openness, choices, duality, and love. The Lovers is also a card about making decisions. So I feel like it's up to you. Again, like, do you feel guided to travel? Do you feel guided to do that? To do some soul searching. I feel like you already are soul searching if you're asking the questions that you're asking. And then Temperance says, two becoming one, alchemy, balance, harmony, inner peace. I feel like if you follow that call inside of you, like, should I do this? I find that people don't ask questions unless they feel like that's something they should do, or like they're feeling guided to. Like, that's kind of random to be like, should I travel in soul search? Like, you know what I mean? Unless it's already there. There's a reason that it's already there. Like, it's already been put on you. You're already feeling like, I should. And I feel like if you do, it's going to lead you to love, because these are both cards of love. These are both cards of union and balance and harmony, two becoming one, purpose and patience, tranquility. So with the Ace of Water here too, that's joy, bliss, romantic success, no new romance, flowing emotion. This is it. So go to where you're guided to go. Eight of Air is literally about traveling. This things take off, movement, in alignment, going forward, air, travel, communication. So if you follow that call of your soul and do the soul searching and traveling, I feel like you're gonna either run into somebody or meet somebody that's going to be really good for you. It's also going to help you with your mental abilities. You're going to be thinking a little bit more, finding the truth within things so that you can fight injustice, communicate in a vigilant, guarded way with your curious ideas. So again, we're still getting that thing of like, keep your mind open, keep your options open in terms of like what you're feeling guided and inspired to do, and then take action on them. Don't just hold it back, communicate them out into the world around you. Physical or emotional abuse, karmic partners, codependency. I feel like you're letting go of that. If you travel, if you follow your soul, if you follow what your intuition is guiding you to do, it's going to help you to let go of karmic cycles, karmic patterns, and any codependency, so that you can have the metamorphosis. So you're going to clear and purge and transform and have a rebirth, and regenerate and emerge in a whole new way based off of traveling and following the call. Yep, Four of Earth, okay, and it says accumulation, clinging, security, conservative, possessive, hoarding, deeply ingrained habits. I feel like those are the things that you've been clinging to, is like who you've been and what you've been like connected to and thinking about. You'd be breaking free from that stuff, metamorphosing from that stuff. Any toxicity, releasing it, and following the call of what, your values are pushing you to do. With the Hierophant energy, it's like taking that next level commitment to yourself to become the masculine of Earth, mature, dependable, stable, hardworking, grounded, and secure. And when you are that, you mirror that out into the world. People will show up to mirror that back to you and reflect that back to you. And you'll be able to have somebody that is stable, that's not going to be full of lies and illusions or trickster energy or anything like that. So again, you're finding your strength. We got Leo here twice. Finding your strength to do what you do, with courage, influence, compassion, confidence, self-belief, and persuasiveness. So persuade yourself, trust yourself, lead yourself in the direction that you're feeling guided on, and don't doubt it, don't question it. I feel like there's things that you've been committed to in the past that you are learning how to release and heal, so that you don't stall out, so that you don't have a lack of focus or lose your momentum or put things on hold or get your energy blocked and have delays time and time again. All right, so it's time to align and trust that, because it's going to lead you to the Four of Wands. You're going to be happy, you're going to be stable, you're going to be secure, you're going to have like the stable union, a joyful celebration, a supportive community, and security by trusting that call from within, to be that wild, untamed person, right? Planting the seeds of potential for the long-term view. Harvest is coming, so be patient. You know, like if you go out there and like you're not like the first place you visit, you don't find your true love, or your soul. Just keep going out there, because I feel like that would be like those old ingrained things, like, well, I went to the mountain and nothing happened. Don't let that get in there. Just keep following the path. Sometimes the path is a little bit curvy. Sometimes you have to go back and forth. Sometimes it's not a straight path. And we have to break free from the programming in our mind about what we think is the truth, and see through those lies, you know, and see through the things that have been illusions in our lives, so that we can come out of any crisis, doom and gloom, feeling like our hands are tied, helplessness, negative thoughts, drama queen, paralyzing fears. All right, so the Eight of Air, or the Eight of Swords, is like getting rid of all those fears and those doubts and those subconscious blocks, and trusting the intuition. Don't keep it all in. Don't suppress your intuition, right? Don't withhold it. Allow yourself to know the sacred wisdom inside of yourself and to trust that intuition, so your wishes can be granted and you can have the faith in your spiritual contentment. You'll feel that inspiration and purpose. There'll be renewal, healing, hope, and calmness. All right. Oh my goodness. Ah, there's a fucking fly. I'm gonna have to kill it. What tier do you have to? You can get a reading, Johnny, because you're in the member, and you are. I know, like these readings are like $2.99, so you're definitely above that. As long as somebody's a paid member of Patreon, they're pretty much good. But I don't know everybody's name. I had to go write them down today because there's new people that came in, and I'm like, who the hell are these people? And I couldn't even find them for the longest time. Like, where are, because when I first signed up, they would show me all the names. Now they only show me like 2 names out of 13 people. You're welcome. Hello. Yes. There are massive solar flares. Yeah, there's been a lot. There's been a lot of stuff going on. I saw like the sun. The video that I saw, it was like the sun looked like freaking Jesus, like the way that it was captured in the sun, captured in the camera, and there were so many beams of light coming off of it. It was insane. Yeah, lots of sun stuff coming through. Thank you. I'm going to see the Northern Lights tonight after it gets dark. Awesome sauce. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Okay, Songs of Starlight is love reading for the person I'm connected to from a distance. What's up with our connection? All right. Ooh. What are you doing? I can see the fly and I want to kill it. Freaking monitoring spirits. I know who you are. 14, 13, 12, 11. I'm just kidding. Where did that go? Where did it go? All right. Person I'm connected to from a distance. What's up with our connection? Sorry. It's sometimes easier for me to keep that question up there because sometimes the way things are worded is also part of the answer. The person I'm connected to from a distance. What's up with our connection now? All right, so we have the lighthouse. Warning, beware, make a detour, vigilance, obstacle to avoid, guide, use tact and diplomacy. And then the element of air, which is intellectual, curious, alert, mental, clever, idealistic, inventive, objective, and cold. I feel like how you say like the person I'm connected to at a distance, keep that in mind for this too, because I feel like the distance is kind of like something that's like a detour, right? The distance, and you're focused on the distance, because last time you came in to get questions, you've asked about the distance person. Like you're like the person at a distance. Like I've heard this from you more than once, and I feel like you may not be like consciously thinking like they're so far away. Maybe you are, but the fact that it's in your mind in that way and it's like worded in that way is also adding distance. It's like it's keeping more distance between you. It's pushing them further away. So use your mind power, because you are very powerful in your mind to create the different reality. Like you can bring people closer, you can change your whole reality, you can get yourself closer to them, however it feels right to perceive it. But I do feel like there is something within the mind, because we also have the two of air, which is again no clear way out, avoidance, tough decisions, stalemate, impasse, obstacles, frozen, indecision. So I feel like not just on your side either, because think about anybody that we're connecting with is going to mirror things back to us. There's a reason for those people who are coming up over and over and over in our mind. The way that we're looking at them, the way that we're thinking about them, the way that we perceive the relationship, they may not perceive it exactly the same on their side, but there's going to be similarities. There's going to be things that are causing a stalemate or a block off or something that we're not seeing. Okay. So again, we have blocked intuition, misconception, uncertainty, deception, ambiguity, instability, dreams, anxiety, illusion. So these are things are illusions, right? Like this isn't the truth. We're looking and like sometimes when we see cards like this, like our stomach sinks and we feel bad and we immediately go, oh, I should have been, right? We get all, and that's again your mind. That's again the illusion. That's again the stuff that you don't want to focus on, because then it just creates more of that separation. It causes more of that distance. It causes more of that, because what you think is what you feel, and what you feel is what you attract. So if you feel like somebody's so far away, you feel like there's like something blocked, you feel like there's not communication, you feel like you're losing some sort of thing here, you come to a dead end, right? So this says dead end, rock bottom, backstabbing, ruin. I feel like you kind of feel this way inside, like there's a fear inside of you that like there's a distance here, there's a block here, there's something that's not working here. And they basically just want you to look at it as that the perfect time. Things are going to come together when they're meant to, okay? And this is also something that may, get better over time, because you get the fucking wine, which is like things get, like you may have needed this time apart. You may have needed this distance from this person so things could improve, so that things could get better, so that you could change your perspective, so you could change your energy and your feelings towards yourself and others and everything that's going on in the circumstances. But it says ages well, developing over time. And then again, like these two cards coming out exactly at the same moment, perfect timing, time passes, the test of time, eventually. I think eventually you can have that agreement. You can have things come together, but you've got to stop focusing on anything in the moment that feels like that can't be, or like that's so far away. Because the more that we think of it in like, oh my God, it's so far away, or they're so far away, or when is it going to be, we actually deter it and we make it longer. But if you're like, oh, any day now, things are working out in my favor, our bond is growing stronger by the moment, you can rework the mind and come into alignment with the person that you're meant to come into alignment when things fall into place. A pair of things, a blooming love, a deep soul connection. But you got to have faith, the faith, the faith. You got to have faith to be the butterfly and metamorphosis, okay? Time to be open, embrace the change, a revolution of the soul, reinvent yourself. However you've been thinking about it, feeling about it, looking at it, acting towards it, just keep reinventing yourself every day. Like every single day is another opportunity to be motherfucking better. And yeah, then look, line, age, health, vitality, roots, personal growth, past lives, evolving. You're evolving, you're growing. These roots needed to be put down strong and deep and down into the earth so that they can reach up high and far and into the ethers and into the wisdom that you're going to gain. And that's going to make you better. That's going to make you both better. and to see and rise above with the new perspective. So you're going to have an ability to change your focus and to see with the third eye. So look within it for the answers too, of like, what type of like beliefs am I holding about this person? What type of beliefs do I hold about the distance between us? And like maybe write about it, or even just record yourself talking about it. Nobody needs to hear it ever. Nobody even needs to know that you did it, but you can just sit down and like ask yourself questions and answer those questions. Do some shadow work in that way. Like, and it may not even have to have anything to do with them, but look at your whole life, like when you were a child, growing up, the other relationships that you've had, like has distance been something that you've dealt with in other areas? Maybe you felt distant from your parents, maybe you felt distant from your relatives, maybe you felt distant from the other kids at school. Like these are the questions to ask and to notice and to look for the triggers within it and to get the new perspective surrounding it so that you can like shift and release the energy surrounding it, so that as you move forward, those things aren't so significant anymore. Those lessons don't have to remain. That space or that distance can close because we've mastered the lesson. And we've changed the energy of it. We've torn down the old tower that was shaky, and we put down a better foundation surrounding those types of things. But do it in general, like for all of the stuff. You can go on to fucking Google and be like, give me 100 prompts for shadow work to do with love, or to do with money, or to do with childhood trauma, or whatever. And we all have these things. We all have stuff. We've all been through something that has, made us have beliefs and things within us that we need to fire up and change, so that we can rise above and see from a new perspective. But this is a deep commitment, an uncommon bond, and you need to reawaken your lost hopes and rekindle the faith, right? But you're at a crossroads, right? So you can make it faster, you can make it slow by how you perceive it and how you trust it to go. But they're definitely calling you for transformation in those areas. And that's going to help you to have fulfillment, forgiveness, kindness, your heart's desire, the love, the contentment. But there is information that's needed that isn't on the surface at this moment. It's deep within you, and you're the only one that can uncover it. Nobody can give you those answers. You're going to have to do that yourself. And just keep doing it. Like it's a never-ending journey. We're always doing it. I'm always continuing to realize how fucked up I still have to go. So don't feel like there's something wrong with you either. They just know that we're all uncovering what's been, hidden. And this says resourceful, conservative. This is the devil energy. Put your eyes on the prize and be that boss of your life, and that's how you're gonna have those new beginnings and a better outcome. Boopity boop 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 boop. Boopity boop. Boopity boop 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 boop. Let's see. All right. All right. I saw that. I saw this. Okay. Hello. Thank you. All right. There we are. Thank you. Yes. Sing to the sun. Absorbing the sun. The sun. See, the sun is important right now. Use the sun to expand and grow your awareness, and it will help you. I have to connect to my ancestors more. That's a good idea right now in this energy, for sure. And I would love to hear whatever spirit wants to tell me. Okay. Johnny Lynn's a part of my Patreon, and Melissa is sending in like $2.99 donations, and the people with the green name are part of the membership here. So like people are welcome to listen to these messages. I feel like if you're drawn into these readings, there's a reason. There'll be things that you should hear. But the reason why I'm like skipping some of you guys is because like these are my members. This is the members' readings. They take priority. They're part of my people's. So I'm not just like ignoring certain people. I just want to make sure anybody that I know has paid already or is a part of something is being, taken care of first. So I would like to know, thank you very much, what to hear, whatever spirit wants to tell you. All right. So we have a man coming through. It says you or the querent, a person you know, a boyfriend, a fiance, spouse, love interest. Okay. So there maybe be somebody in your life, or a man maybe that you don't even, well, I feel like you probably would know of them at least, because I also have the twin flame soulmate on the other side over here, a deep soul connection. I feel like there's a deep soul connection in your life, somebody that you probably are aware of. And then we have the archer, and it says aim, on target, shoot, go-to guy or gal, direct, quick, precise, focus, matchmaker. So I feel like there are things in your life right now that are, or a person in your life right now, things are changing surrounding this situation. Like, um, there's something that's like you're learning your target. You're learning how to come into alignment with your target. Because I'm also seeing the uncommitted card here. And this is like not learning from the past, lack of interest, third party friction, disharmony. So I'm feeling like, yeah, things may have been unjust in the past. You may have had people in your past that hurt you or harmed you or, you know, did some shitty shit, right? Victimized, retribution, imbalance, karmic, avoidance. Like, it could be a man that's getting some karma for the bullshit that they did to you. Or you could have been clearing out karma in connection to something that was not necessarily easy to deal with. This could even just be past lovers, right? Like clearing out the karma of the past lovers, clearing up the karma of yourself so that as you move forward, you can have a harmonious justice with somebody and have that commitment with somebody, because we're no longer holding on to the wounds of the people in the past. We're no longer holding on to the wounds of the people who lied or cheated or did stupid shit that we didn't want them to do. Yeah, so you're getting to this time where things are going to be more easygoing for you. You're moving on. And you're going to like have prosperity, easygoing, luck, the birth of a son, divine intervention. Again, I feel like when you fuck with somebody, right? Like when somebody fucks with somebody that's like of the light and love and they just are trying to be good, that's usually something that's not going to end so well for the people who did it, but the people who were on the receiving end of that, things are going to work out good for them, because it's like, oh, you may have broke me, you may have hurt me, you may have took me down a little bit, but over time I'm going to ascend, I'm going to grow from that. I'm not going to continue to like entertain those things. So I'm actually getting better. I'm becoming the like on the target with the things of recognizing, and my attitude is everything about this. I'm not letting it derail me anymore. I'm not getting triggered like I used to. I'm being calm, cool, and collected. And anybody who's got self-interest or motivated in a nasty way, I'm not entertaining those anything like that anymore. So things are working out for me. And yeah, enchanted, inception, the erotic aura, an excitement, a new beginning, pure, carefree expansion. So good things are coming. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Lucky, happy, go. Woohoo. Coincidences, happy coincidences, good fortune, unexpected rendezvous, carefree. Again, you're going to be like living your best life because you weren't a bad person to people, you know, and you learned how to heal those people who were, right? The people who were hoarding and giving lip service and weren't really communicating clearly with you, the motherfuckers who were wearing the masks and they were concealing who they really were with hidden motives, and they were misrepresenting who they really were, and you were so like, oh, I'm so okay, that's all right, I still like everybody. And then over time you're like, oh, I can't do that because that just hurts me. So you've learned from the past, and now it's coming to the perfect time that you can move forward from that and find the right people to collaborate with, or the right connection. Like things that weren't working are going to be working. Okay. Yeah. You are coming into the divine feminine sensual energy, receiving the affection. It's an invitation for the romance and the I feel like you've been doing the hermit work. You've been doing the shadow work. You've been in the darkness. You've been through the heartbreak. I'm looking at the fucking fly. But a vibrant, abundant life, happy, comfort, leisure, wishes are coming true. We have the birth of a daughter, the birth of a son. I feel like there's a rebirth of divine feminine, divine masculine for you. Like a whole new version. Maybe even the person that you were dealing with, right? Maybe they went through this too. So it's like the two of you becoming born again to have a pure, carefree, happy, harmonious connection moving forward. But anything that wasn't working in that way, and this could be anybody, doesn't have to be romantic, but I feel like it impacted your love. It impacted the way that you were feeling. All of that stuff is being like, your retribution is here. You are purpose driven. You're getting things done. You've been stubborn. You're growing your confidence. You're grounded, and you're evolving. Okay. So past lives may also be significant within this. So there could have been things that you were harboring from past lives that didn't even happen in this life, but was still like there, and it was still holding you back from moving forward. But now you're fired up, and you're going to be like getting those fires even bigger, torching the flames, sparking, fanning them. And whatever fucking motherfuckers were outside, it could have even been people outside of a relationship trying to like keep you from joy, keep you from love, right? Like there's weird people in the world, and sometimes it's hard for us to understand that or comprehend that, or even like it, like why what do you care? Like, but some people are like that. Like storms are brewing that we don't recognize because we're not like that. But when you look at the, the fine details of stuff, you start to recognize, oh, some people really are like that, and they just are weird, and they like to fuck with people's happiness because they're not happy. But I feel like you've seen through these things, and here's the sun. Here comes the sun, do 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 do, and you've realized, and your inner child is celebrating because you tore down that old reality. You're more mature now. You've developed. You have the achievement, the maturity, the sexuality. You're established, ambitious. You're the motherfucking empress, and things are gonna work out for you. Beauty, love, relationships, magnetism, abundance, pleasure, joy, all the good things are coming because you've cleaned up the shit that wasn't working for you, and the repetitive stuff that was like an unavoidable cleanup. It was like, okay, that's not working anymore, but I figured out what was, and I'm healing as a result of that, and everything is working out for me. My love is on its way. I've chosen myself, and that's going to be good for you. All right, all right, all right. Boppity-boop, boopity-boop. I had a monitor spirit bugging me when I was eating breakfast today. Yeah, there was no fly in here when I started, like, all night, all day. I've been here, no fly. As soon as I started this, there was a fucking fly. So, Chris is open to receive. Awesome sauce songs of starlight. Thank you for letting me know. And for Chris, we have the death with the tower. I feel like you're going through a transformation, and again, a lot of times these messages, like, people who come in the room around the same time, they could be repetitive things, but it's like that metamorphosis. You've been standing alone. You've been, in your own little government there. And I feel like you're also recognizing things about like the government. You're recognizing things about the hierarchy, but you're putting yourself at the top of your own hierarchy at this time and going through a major transformation, becoming more perceptive, becoming more focused, becoming more determined, more resourceful, psychological, deep prowling within the mind, and figuring out what you need to do to transform your paradigm, to heal, and to break away from any heaviness or any trapped emotional baggage that was being like carried around. As empaths, we often do that because we are like the fucking puppy dogs. Like, we're like, oh, we take things on that aren't ours. We take things on, and like we feel this guilt and this sadness that other people don't. Like, it's like we like exempt it for them. They did the bad shit, but we hold on to all the fucking shit from it, and they just go off and live their tra-la-la. You're learning how to like truly release yourself from that so that you don't have to feel those things over and over again, and you're really like going to see yourself rise up from that place, right? You're going to be seeing in an all new way. The hangman. It's like, oh, wait a minute, I don't have to feel this way. I could be the fucking werewolf instead of the puppy dog that's like, feeling like it's okay to have that in you. But this is also necessary sometimes to break free from like those things. Like, it's okay to transform into this once in a while, to be the problem solver and to be adaptive and creative and the entrepreneur, the resourceful, clever person that's going to attract in, the beauty in life and the harmonious things in your life, the charm, the beauty, the love, the relationship, the magnetism, the abundance, the pleasure, the happiness. So crossing the bridges that may have once been burned, right? Or that you may have like were holding up all by yourself, and you're like, you know what? I don't need to hold these. I don't even want to go over there. I'm good. I'm expanding. I'm all set. So you're being optimistic. You're making the stable changes. You're optimistic about your energy. You're grateful for where you're at, and that's like the hidden motherfucking secrets in this world. You're getting to know what you need to do to educate yourself to be that emperor. And that's your process moving forward. That's how you're gonna get all that wisdom. That's how you're gonna make the right choices. That's the perfect timing coming together for you. And again, like, this tower tonight isn't like a negative tower. It's like those remnants of the bullshit that we were like letting be around, like that fucking room that we knew we need to like just tear down and rebuild. You're tearing it down. And you get the moon with the chariot, which are both like Pisces moon energy. You're intuitively doing this, and it's subconscious as well. You are, becoming more dreamy towards yourself, and you're changing the things that need to change in a steady progress forward. Things are going to be moving steadily for you. Look at that, motherfucker. Transformation. You are renovating. Renovating. That's funny. And you are having a new birth because the sun is here, right? Sun codes are coming in, and you are the magician. So Anybody that was wearing a mask in your life, things that were working against you, that tower that was all icky, being all fucking stranded alone, trying to hold on to that bridge and those things that didn't serve you anymore, you let that go, and now you're going to see your way through and have the new hope, the new perspective, the clear vision about the past, present, and future. And you are like, I'm not fucking standing still anymore. I'm not going to be in a stalemate standoff with people. I'm letting go of the devil, toxic stuff, and being, prudent, keeping my eyes on the prize for me. And that's going to help me to attract the right people into my reality so that things can be easy going and lucky and good and high vibrational. So that's awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. You're welcome. All right. So I got Chris. Existential Tarot. Hello. How are you? I want to ask if I'll meet and date anyone soon. Okay. All right. So anybody that's new coming in here, you're welcome to listen to the messages. These people are the people that are going first, or the people that are members. They have the green name. It's $2.99 a month, or you can use the links in my description box to send a $2.99 donation to ensure you get a reading. But most of the people who come in, there's usually a reason that they come in. So you can listen and take what resonates. But this is for Existential Tarot. Wants to know if they're going to date anyone soon. Woo! We got the grounded fertility, the line age. I was going to say the line age, the lineage, and the health, the vitality, the personal growth, the evolving. You got the line age. You're good, man. Yeah. You're grounded. You're fertile. You're growing at this time. I feel like you are in like an Empress energy where it's like you're fertile, you're fertile. I don't know what the hell. Maybe you're gonna find somebody that can't speak or read, but you are gonna be an abundant magnetism, charming grace, like attractiveness in yourself and others. So maybe you're just gonna be so like charmed by whoever, or they're gonna be so charmed by you. They're gonna stumble over their words. They're gonna have a hard time, like, yeah. Yeah, they're gonna be intimidated and nervous. I'm so nervous around you, intimidated around you. This could be the twin flame, somebody that's gonna be very like, they make you act weird. They make you act like you can't fucking function. But it is a destined thing that's gonna help you to have your dreams come true. So somebody that's destined, that's a loyal companion, somebody that is meant for you, unconditional loving, things are coming together right now for that. You're coming into alignment for that, healed out your karma, any empty, isolated energy. I feel like you're letting those things go. Yeah, because you just want loyal companionship and you're coming from a pure energy. So when that is happening, you have that opportunity to bring that in. Anybody in your past that was kind of like self-motivated or self-interested or crafty or blah, 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 I feel like those things, again, this is a recurring message tonight. It's like, we recognize the red flags. We know when someone's giving us lip service. We know when someone's love bombing. We know when someone's kind of full of shit. We're over that, right? We're not going to deal with that. We're breaking free of those things because we're ready for true love. And so that's going to bring in those happy coincidences, those synchronicities, the good fortune, the unexpected rendezvous, the flirts, the flings, the carefree energy that actually fulfills you. And yeah, because you're meeting the right motherfucker. Yeah, the right person. So you're networking, marketing, social media. You might even meet this person. They may have some sort of fame, or you may meet them on social media. But this is where you belong. This is somebody that you belong with. This is somebody that you can have deep roots with. This is somebody that's going to bring comfort, safety, security, family, tradition. And it is a transformation. So for many of the people tonight, that message has been coming through about transformation, recognizing what we deserve. And yeah, that's going to bring in so many resources and abundance and good thing. It's an investment on ourselves. And then we increase the quantity because we birth something beautiful rather than karmic and toxic. We're overcoming the obstacles of being by ourselves or being in the wrong connections. And the sun, again, everybody, the sun is here tonight to be like, wow, here's your energy. Boop, boop, boop. I've been seeing a lot of stuff about like the new earth too. I feel like what that really is like we're just splitting timelines right now. Like some people are being left behind on the old timeline of shit show, and other people are going forward on the new timeline of not shit show. And that's going to bring in the deep bonds, the uncommon things that are like, woo, and it brings about like a reawakening of our lost hopes. It's the manifesting of our deep desires, and and we're becoming illuminated by the sun. We're shining brighter. We're becoming exceptional, attractive, illuminated. We're going to have chemistry with people, and we're rising out of the darkness and finding those people to commit with that are going to be like, yeah, this is the next level union. This is somebody that I can have a partnership with that isn't like it was. It's not going to be like those old things like that says, I don't need that. I've cleaned those things up. It felt good when it was over. Anything that was unwanted in our lives, unavoidable shit that we needed to clear out, I feel like many have cleaned it out. And it could have even just been subconscious. It could have been past life. It could have been parents. It could have been anything like that. But any of those illusions, any of those things that were lies that we don't really need in our life, anything that we weren't realizing, we are now trusting our intuition, and we're coming out of this time of feeling alone and coming out of those like repetitive bullshit, because the sun's illuminating us and we're more established. We're good. We're lighting things up. We're experienced for our achievement and our maturity. Good stuff. Taking that leap of faith. Okay, going in that new direction. So being innovative, the rebel without a cause, and seeing in a whole new perspective, things are going in a forward movement for you. So I do feel like you will be dating soon, but it's also like somebody that's exceptional for you. Yeah, very, very emotional, fulfilling, perfect timing, divine intervention, serendipity. And there's that fucking sun again. The sun is illuminating like our true divine masculine energies, our true divine feminine energies, clearing out the darkness. Your light helped guide me out of my darkness. You're going to be seeing a good thing. And it was like, it's at the perfect time, right? It may have felt like it took forever, or it took too long, or whatever. It may have felt like things were working against us, but that's not what's happening anymore. The light has been burning, and things are going to be happy, good. Like, again, these are the same cards over and over and over. This is what happens when I do these readings. It's like the same cards keep coming out to confirm, like, that's the frequencies for the peoples that were drawn in here tonight. Boop, 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 ba-doop. You're welcome. All right. So Rick says, what do I need to know? You're welcome. What do I need to know first about setting up a comfortable creative working space? Boop, 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 ba-doop. Okay. Chris, you're welcome. And Rick, what do you need to know first about setting up a comfortable creative working space? It should be comfortable. Sorry, I'm stupid. Receptive, intuitive, nurturing, feminine energy. I feel like you need like the feminine, you need to tap into the feminine energy, because women, the women do a little bit better with that type of stuff. Like, my dad's always like, you can decorate, like, he wants to steal all my shit all the time. He fucking takes all my stuff. Like, I have a nice thing, gone. It's like he takes all the nice things that I get because he likes them, but like left to his own devices, he's like, I really don't like these curtains. And I'm like, why did you buy them? You know what I mean? But tapping into, you don't need a woman to do it, but you can tap into your intuitive feminine essence and like let your intuition guide you with it. Don't doubt yourself. Like, what feels good to you, what looks good to you, go on Pinterest or go online and look for inspiration for a creative spiritual space that's going to be uplifting for you, that will also be able to like change with the seasons and stuff, because like I change things up a lot, like depending on what's going, like always anyways, like I move furniture around like a mad woman. Doesn't even matter, like it's like sometimes like 3 times in a month, because that changes the energy. So also make it adaptable for yourself. Make it like if I'm gonna have a back thing behind me, like I want a couple of them, so like when the seasons change, I can change the backdrop behind me, or get a couple of different options for yourself, or something that's just customizable, something that, like my table here, my table open, and I got it for free off the side of the fucking street, right? But this table, it has the big thing in the middle and then these 2 things on the side, but they can fold in, so it's a little square, or it's a big long thing, or it's just a little bit with like 2 little sides on the side. I have a lot of shit like that. There's another table downstairs that does some weird shit. It's like from the 1800s that like you crank it up and it does all these different things, but again, free. Didn't buy it. It was available for free. So you don't even need to spend a lot of money to get really cool stuff to add to your stuff. Like sometimes we can be gifted by the universe. This was outside of my uncle's house one day when we went there to visit just randomly. And I was like, put it in the truck. So and I've used it the whole time I've lived here for all of the readings. Like, I don't even think I would have had any of my channels or any of the readings that I did if I never actually got this table and put it up here. One simple item can change everything for you. Yeah, surprise, big shifts. And it doesn't have to be, so put it out to the universe. Like, I'm ready and willing and open and receptive to receive. Now, if I brought the table in here and left it as it looked, that wouldn't have been so great. But I also was like, oh, let me use these curtains. Every time you see anything on my table, it's not a fucking tablecloth, it's a curtain. But I had 4 curtains that are all the same of that, like, this type of color. These are curtains that I got later, but it's like the silky ones. I have 4 of them, so I can constantly shift them out, but then I get the black ones for Halloween. Do things like that. Very simple, very easy, but something that's like you can change it up regularly for yourself. But also be open to spirit, like delivering something to you, a surprise, a big shift that's also going to go through the vision of the cycle of the change, because whatever we create today, we may not be like feeling 100% tomorrow or next month or next year. So I would say keep it adaptable. Trust that spirit will guide you to the right things at the right time, and don't put it into your mind like, oh, I don't have the money for that. You do. You don't need the money. Okay. And anything that's like decaying, like the energy, like it may not be, like there may be things that aren't really decaying in your house, I would hope, but things that just don't feel aligned to you anymore, get rid of them. Or if like the paint on the wall isn't feeling great anymore, change the color of the paint. Those are simple things that can be done that aren't that expensive, that you can do yourself and can make a huge change. And experiment and see, like, get some tests. Like, do and change and watch throughout the day, because like that purple in the morning may look totally different at night, and it may also look totally different across the whole room than just on one wall. So I would really just kind of feel it out and go slow with it, but trust your gut, and also know that like it doesn't have to be crazily expensive to make these changes or to attract these things. Also have that inner child energy inside of you where you're excited, adventurous about it, and like nurture these things. Yeah, we got a lot of feminine energy, cleansing, emotional clearing. Maybe bring some water elements in, like a little waterfall. Again, doesn't have to be expensive. I had a little waterfall that was like a $9.99 thing. Or like those little things that have like the smoke that goes down it. Those are pretty inexpensive. Or some incense. Just make just little nice things. Just little nice things that are just like nice, just little nice things with water for sure. I feel like water is important for you. I think some sort of water element, or even just having like something like Florida water or holy water in the space to cleanse the space with, even that can help. Or mopping the floor with like a spiritual bath type of thing. There's certain herbs and things that you can, or oils that you can put into your mop bucket, that it's going to really change. Like when I did that last year, when I wasn't walking and shit, it felt like the combination of all that stuff really helped a lot to be able to feel better. Yeah, it's going to take you on the ascension. It may have taken a little while to get there, but it's going to send you up, and it's going to be good. But listen to the guidance and the prayers. Send out the prayers and listen to the guidance and the answers to those prayers, so you can find the way that you're going to do it the best for you. But clarity will come. Like, you'll know when you see what you should have and what you shouldn't have. But that's again how you're going to feel relaxed and cool and calm and creative, with grace and elegance and like that feminine poise. You can still be him, but embrace her, so that can be birthed into your energy and into your space. Boppity boop, boopity boop, boppity boop, boop, boop. Okay. All right, so let me go back up. I think I've gotten all the green names, and I've gotten the people that I think are from my Patreon. So I'm going to go back up. I'm not sure how many of you would still be in here, because there's only 5 of you in here at the moment. It says there's 5 of you in here at the moment. It said that there was like 3 earlier when 5 of you were commenting, so who knows what there's really here. Well, I'm going to start down here, actually, because it would make sense that this person's probably here. You're welcome, Rick. What is the general message for me this season? If there are still people here that haven't had your answers, doesn't matter about the color of your name, you could throw it in there. But if there are people that are part of my thing, you could throw that in there too. What are the general messages for me this season? I feel like I need to change the deck. Ooh, 27. That's confirmation on that. It says strange Valentine. Love is strange. You may have some weird, strange love come on in. And let's see what else you need to know for the season. Okay, Jess. I will go back up and get your question if it's up there after this one. my goodness, they're everywhere. I feel like there's gonna be like a strange time for you because there's like I had like a weird moment, and then we had the strange love. 27 is a synchronistic number for me that like I see 24 fucking thousand times a day. But we have you see clearly clairvoyant, so I feel like you might be seeing some stuff that you're not normally seeing, right? Or you, again, this is a recurring message tonight. I feel like people are gonna be like, oh my god, like just having clarity moments. That's kind of like a revelation that is bringing us out of the darkness or out of the time of like not seeing, right? Is a pink lotus fairy. It's a time for spirit, the lotus rising out of the darkness, rising out of the mud, rising out of any place that we weren't recognizing things. And magical space clearing time. That makes sense. Again, Richter's just asking about like making his space nicer. Magical cleansing, like using the sage and the Palo Santo, using the Florida water, using your crystals, changing the energy, like moving your freaking furniture around is life changing. You know, it changes your like you feel better because like, oh, this is different. It's not the same fucking thing all the time. Or organizing your drawers so like when you open them, it's like, wow, I can see everything nicely. I feel like doing that is gonna help a lot to like attract in more transformation. But it says a tempting offer has a high price, and I feel like all right, love is strange. You might have some sort of tempting thing that comes into your life over the season, but I do feel like you will have the clarity to recognize that it's a tempting offer that might not be all that it seems. Or at first you might be like, wow, this is great, but make sure you keep your space clean, keep your mind clean, keep your energy pure so that you don't get like, blah, blah, blah. All right, but then we also have transitions to the spirit realm, so there could be some transitions happening on that level too. It doesn't necessarily mean like somebody dies, but it could just be like something's transitioning in your life, some part of your life, some old season of your life, or some old relationship of your life. It's like we're letting that go, and breaking dawn. Yeah, breaking into a new beginning and healing from heartache. All right, but I feel like you can prevent yourself from going into more heartache if you pay attention to the red flags and pay attention to the signs. I am Kali. It says from death comes rebirth. So if you've been through some not so good times, clean up your space. Don't work too hard. Count all your blessings and know that it is time to be brave and it is time to have boundaries put up because somebody may try to invade or try to come in that could be like a are you going to be silly enough to let that type of thing happen to you again? And if you pass that test, you'll be like, oh good, I don't ever have to go through that fucking test again. Guidance, but where will it lead you? Make sure that you are really grounded and stable and clear around you so that you don't the past, it could even be somebody coming back from the past, an estranged lover that you miss or something, but they may do something that they've done before, so just be careful not to get that energy like into your life. Okay, you might need to exercise boundaries, right? You may have hold it on too tightly to somebody that didn't treat you so well or has a repetitive cycle that they do. Saying no to them breaks that cycle. So if they're ever going to get their shit together, it's going to be because you release your power and you alchemize that ability. Like people can only play us if we let them play us. People can only repeat cycles if we are like, okay, I'm going to be a part of this cycle too. But when you're like, no, I'm going to have boundaries and I'm going to see clearly and I'm not going to entertain that, you have no motherfucking choice but to change on your side because it's time for me to rise. And it's time for me to see my worth. So again, be very careful over this season because the past is returning, and it may be a person, or it may be something that's just something you've dealt with in the past that's like, don't do that again, because it's time for a powerful energy shift, and you will find all the blessings and the good stuff from making that decision to treat yourself in the best way possible, getting led out of the darkness, not going back into anything that was like icky in the past. And keep counting your blessings, because that's going to attract more blessings for you. Okay, Jess. What are the intentions and feelings of the person I like and am interested in? You're welcome. Okay, so we have Jess and Jay. Yes, exactly. Always trust everyone to be themselves, but trust in the fact that you can see them well. Exactly. Okay, so Jess, what are the intentions and feelings of the person I like and am interested in? Oh, we got the spirit of the dog, which would sound kind of bad, right? Like, oh, he's a dog. No, but it's good. It's good. That's why I don't like when people say that about people. Because I'm like, a dog is better than any fucking human I met. I have 5 dogs on the bed at the moment. Friendship, companion, undying loyalty. Okay, this person wants to be like undying loyal. They care. They may, right at the moment, currently feel friendship, but look at I feel like they want somebody that they can trust. So you probably want that too. I feel like the both of you may actually want that from each other, or may just both want that in your life. And you may be like, could I have that with that person? So I feel like right now it may be a friendship that could blossom in to something more. But I feel like they do have an undying loyalty. And if allow yourself to be this energy of the receptiveness, like be the divine feminine, be open and nurturing, be kind and loving. I wouldn't throw yourself in anybody or anything like that. Just be nice and open and receptive, and show them that you are that person that doesn't need to change anything, that is like good right now, right? Like that is that friend, that good friend. Because friends usually, like best friends usually have the lasting relationships. They have the marriage that didn't end because they were best friends first. So work on building and establishing and allowing that relationship to really grow. Yeah. And then acknowledge the essence of the vibration between the two of you. We get the heart there. It says the spirit of the heart. Allow the heart to grow naturally. Don't push for anything. Don't hold back anything, but just be yourself. Be yourself. It sounds cliche, but it's like be yourself. We also have future predictions, divination with the goddess of the night in the crossroad, and then test, offer, temptation. There may be some things that happen along the way. I feel like, or this maybe there has been things that have happened along the way. There may have been tempting offers. Again, remember guys, sometimes these messages kind of overlay, or other people are dealing with it. It's weird, but maybe he has been through something. It says test, offer, temptation with crossroads. So, but there's also ghosts. So there could be like things of the past, people of the past, things of the past that kind of fucked this up for us, right? Because we went through something that was karmic and unjust. We went through something that broke our heart. And it doesn't always have to be romantic, and it doesn't even have to always be in this lifetime for those types of things to impact us on our path towards love. So I feel like there may be some things that are at a crossroads, but I feel like for the future, things could work out. Your prayers could be answered as long as you truly come from the heart and you are, in your good vibration. You're not like, you don't let it get you out of touch with yourself. Like, listen to the guiding light within you. Don't get over anxious. Don't get weird. That's what we usually do when we have a crush, right? We get weird. We change who we are, and people are like, "What the hell? Why are you acting so weird?" Because they feel the inauthentic energy when you're like pretending like, oh, but it's a natural instinct that we do too. So just work your best to feel comfortable around this person, so that you don't make it get weird and awkward. And don't let anything from your past, derail it either. Because I feel like there may be something from the past or from a past life that may cause you to like want to react a certain way or be a certain way that could actually, delay things or, look, caution, warning, danger. Just be careful, okay? And also make sure that it is somebody that you truly want to be with, that is not, because sometimes we like somebody, we put them up on that pedestal and we're like, oh wow, they're amazing, and then we start to really like them so much that it's like, even though they may not actually be amazing, we've placed them up there and we think they are. Like that fucking meme with the girl, he's like, he's my man, and he's like, really? And she's like, I'm gonna stick with him, and it's like, it's never good. It's like, so just make sure that you get that, like, you go into it with that of like, I want somebody that I know I can trust. I want somebody that has the undying love. I'm not going to paint them into a place that they don't deserve to be. They need to prove to me that that's who they are. And so guard yourself, protect yourself. Okay. This is intimidation, guardian, protector. Protect yourself. Be the feminine. Don't throw yourself at this person. Make them work for you. Your foundation, your structure, your home is important. And if you guard it and you protect yourself and you don't get silly up in your mind, you can go down the right side of the path. But sometimes we don't do that. Sometimes we get a little like, woohoo, and it's almost like a spell gets put over us and we start acting silly and we start acting weird and we start doing things that we normally wouldn't. And that can cause some issues that we didn't really want to happen. So we go down that other path, down that other crossroad that's like icky, where there's mischief and things that we don't want. So transmute that. And just, go slow and keep your emotions calm and work on building the friendship, because I feel like that's going to be the thing that assists this gift in growing, so that you can journey towards something of having, divine masculine, divine feminine union together with power and action and dominance. But yeah, there could also be people outside too, like gossips and rivals. And now if that happens, the right response from you wouldn't be to get like, oh, but I've got to win. Be like, if anybody's going to choose someone over me, then I don't want them. Okay. Go with that mindset instead. Yeah. Be fanciful, independent, and curious, right? Like, if you're going to choose someone else, or like you're going to let somebody like play these games, like, I don't want to entertain that. I'm not going down the toxic road. I don't want to go karma, justice, bull. You know, I don't want things that are going to be all nasty and decayed. Look, it's that fucking fly. We don't want that. We want a leader that recognizes the power and love and good things. So we're going to transmute anything that's not good, and we're going to have a solid, stable, awesome sauce connection, or no connection at all. And you got to prove yourself to me to get me. They're pretty confusing, to be honest. They do not really open up that much sometimes. All right, so again, give it time. Let it build. And don't overanalyze it in your mind, because the more that you overanalyze it, like, you take that as almost like, is it me? Like, why aren't they talking to me? Why are they holding back? And that actually can make us be more like me, like me, like me. Reverse it. Reverse it. Make him like you. Like, make him show you that, you know? Like, if someone's being weird and cold and they're not talking and they're making it like a fucking, I gotta pull my fucking hair out to get your attention or whatever, you're not the one for me. I want somebody that's going to show up and give me that time and that energy and attention. I want somebody that's not a fucking, like, a prison guard that you gotta break through, a fortress to rescue. We don't want to be rescuing men. Men should be, like, showing up to save the day, right? We want it to be the other way. We want clarity, truth, and awareness. So if you're not getting that, pull back. He should be the one taking action. He should be the one communicating. And you should be in the receptive energy of receiving and allowing. So be strong in your foundation, because that's the best way to build a relationship. I feel like he does want a healthy relationship, but he may not know how to do that right now, or he may be too, like, nervous about pursuing that right now. But what could delay it or make it bad is by getting too up in your head, or being like, oh, and start to feel like rejected before anything's even happened. You know, and start to perceive that energy and then emanate that energy isn't the best way to get to the lucky outcome. Hello, my dog passed away yesterday. I'm so sorry. I was wondering if you may be able to feel or see if he is okay and at peace. Yeah. It's so weird, because I've thought about recently, like, a mediumship deck. He's afraid of commitment at the moment. Yeah, so if anybody's afraid of commitment at the moment, the best thing to do is, like, let them be. Don't wait for him. Don't entertain that, because that's just going to make you feel all messed up. Stand in your power. Okay, so for Caitlin, we have your strength inspires me. I feel like this is kind of showing like the chain there. I feel like this is like this is the dog going to the light. Yeah. Oh my goodness, he went to the light. He's okay. He's okay. He did. He's good. Like, the words on the card aren't matching what's in here. He's definitely good. Like, this is the only one in here with a dog, but he's a good, innocent, pure heart. He's a good soul. He went to the light. He's okay. Or she's okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know if it said he or she. Yes, he is okay. He went to the light. And they go to their own special place. They cross the rainbow bridge, and, you know, they go in, like, they're good. But they will be there for you when you come. I also have a guided meditation that I created years ago when one of my dogs passed away. I think it's on the Bridget Rao channel. It's called, I think it's the Rainbow Bridge meditation. If you type in, like, Bridget Rao Rainbow Bridge, it should pop up. But it's to guide you to go meet them there and see them there and connect with them there. You know, it may make you cry and make you emotional, but you'll be able to connect with them on the soul level and see that they are okay. Yeah, I feel like they did make it, like you can the perception is there. Like, he's over the bridge, and this isn't like I don't really have the best decks for it, but he is at peace. He is at peace. He was innocent. They're all innocent. They're all little innocent, pure souls. Like, yeah, he's good. He went over. It was a time for change, to learn something new. He's still with you. So, like, that's also part of this, is, like, his spirit's still with you. And a lot of times when we lose somebody in the physical world, or anything in the physical world, pet, person, whatever, it does awaken something in us to change us. So this is going to help you to gain new wisdom. You may even start down a path where you, like, get new gadgets and things, or new technology and things involved in, like, connecting with the spiritual world, or, like, wanting to tap into that energy. We have Ghost of the Pumpkin Patch. Like, I'm feeling like Patch is also connected with like the dog energy, Snow Angel. The signs are already with you. You're gonna feel like oh, I feel like the dog's still here sometimes. You're gonna hear the dog sound sometimes. You're gonna be walking and feel like the dog. Like I still have it happen, even though I got 5 still here. I used to have more. Every once in a while, I still get like that sense of like the other one that passed away. So you will start seeing the signs more clearly too, and I feel like yeah, this is there is a miracle surrounding this, that the dog is still with you, still guiding you, still loving you, still helping you, will still be there for you when you cross over to help you to come into the light. But there is some sort of miracle that this is going to bring into your life too. Like he's guiding from the other side. He can do things that he couldn't do here, right? The dog can't really leave the house without you when he's here. So he's going to be doing things on the spiritual realm for you. He's going to be a guide for you. He's going to be helping you a lot more. Um, I feel like your beliefs are going to shift. There's going to be a big change so you can release your full power and be your true self, and know that he's there with you. That unconditional love, that support, that true best friend is there with you, which is again kind of synchronistic because you're getting a lot of those dog energies already tonight. So this is what happens when we do these, but I would definitely say he's okay and he's still with you. So don't feel lost without him because he's still there. And he'll never not be there. He's even closer to you now. He can go everywhere with you that he couldn't go before. He's in the stars, he's in the ethers, he's all around you, and everything is going to be okay. You're welcome. Jess. All right. Boop 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 doop boop boop boop. Do 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 do. So yeah, I think I've got all my members, peoples. And I'll just do like a reading for the people that are here, anybody that's in the room, and then I'm gonna go because I've been on for over an hour already. These go by quicker now for some reason. I was on here like 3 hours the last time I did this. But I will be back. I'm gonna be live every Thursday this month. Ooh, there's a star coming in, or something coming in. I saw something the other night, or the other day rather. It was really weird during the fucking day to see that. And I was only out there for 2 minutes, but I'm gonna be live every Thursday, and I'm gonna be doing some other lives too, just kind of sporadically. But let's see. Oh, I'm not going to be live on here every Thursday night. I'm going to be live every Thursday night, though, because I got to go live for my members. Oh, I'm going to do it. There will be 3 on here. There's going to be a Halloween one. There's going to be this one. There's a moon one. And one other one that's like an impromptu one on Thursday nights. But there will be some others that come too. Something is definitely coming big and bright in the sky. But I feel like, again, that's your wishes coming true. Everybody here tonight, that if you're listening to this message, wishes are coming true. The light is coming in. We're going to have light codes of the sun, but we're bringing in a vibrant, abundant life. Happy, comfort, leisure. Wishes are coming true. For some of you, it may even be the birth of a daughter or a son. We've seen that a lot tonight. But look, luck, abundance, manifesting. This is like the summer energy, so it's like growing. Things are growing. Flowers are growing. Things are blossoming. It doesn't matter where you are in the world or what's happening in the world. We are being forgiven. We are healing. This is the Spirit of Christ. And it's like unconditional love is coming. Your foundation is changing. Your home is changing. Like you're going to be more protected. You're going to be more nurtured. Your family, you're creating your true family. And we're letting go of things. It's like the death of the old. Anything that was unfinished and like not good, we're letting those things go. And we're going to have clarity, awareness, and truth. And it's again awakening, a new beginning. I feel like a lot of people are going to have like a moment this coming week, month, year. And not everything is as it seems, but anything that was decayed or gross or any like of those people that are attacking you, you're going to start seeing, you're going to start knowing. Anybody that's been like sending hate and daggers, anybody that's been a fake friend or like a monitoring spirit, or anybody that's been like, not wanting what's best for both of you. I wasn't trying to say that, but there could be people trying to sabotage your relationships. There could be people trying to sabotage things in your family. Like when I say both of you, who is both of you? But that's, again, those people are delusional. They have no control. But the more that you're aware of it, the more you can transmute it, the more you can take it and turn it into good for your own self. Use that passion, that spark, that creativity within you to recognize, like, all these goblins and all these people, you can take that frequency. Like, every time they think of me, I make more money. Every time they speak on my name, I'm receiving more abundance. Every time they try to harm me and whoever, we're going to be propelling up even better. Keep yourself protected. Keep your mind strong. Know that you will be receiving the blessings, and you will be relaxing within a windfall of awesome sauce. Yes, Sammy, you can. Sammy is one of my Patreons, so I make sure that I get all of the people here in the Patreon and all the people that are members. But this will be the last one for tonight, unless it's a member. But yes, you can. But definitely good things are coming for the people that are here. If you are here listening, I feel like anybody that's been trying to fuck with you, you're going to see. You're going to be going on the track forward, and they're going to watch you go. And be like, what the fuck? Boop, 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 boop. Yep, so listen to the telepathic communication from your guides. Pay attention to your dreams and focus your power. Like, you saw how big those storms were coming, right? And then all of like the light workers started getting the call to, like, I didn't see any other people's videos about like, let's try to help the storm until after I made mine. And then I saw like so many immediately after. And I know people in Florida, they're like, oh, it went from a level 5 to a level 3 down to the this. And I think it, like what they projected or what they fucking said it was going to be, it was much less than what it was. There's still people that need healing, and there's still fires that are going on the other side of the world that we need to continue to help. But we do need to continue to do that consciously. Don't let your own personal life and your own things going on keep you from like realizing like we could help, because you could be in the path of that storm tomorrow. You could be in a fire tomorrow. Like, remember, we need to take action on this and not let these other distractions and these illusions and these attacks, continue to grow. Is the relationship with L just in my head? If not, what does he feel for me? Sure. All right, so that's kind of, hold on. I'm like, let me ask the first part. Is the relationship in your head? Because that answer, is it in your head? I feel like so many people come and ask me this, and the answer is always no. Like if you feel a connection, and I already know that the answer is no. I'm like, wait a minute, I know who the fuck you are. Like, the people come and ask me this all the time, and it's like, no. And like, you haven't asked me this specifically, but people who are like I've told them shit that is like, why would you think that? But you need to get objective and clear in your mind and stop going to those fears and those doubts. That's the illusion that a lot of people may be fucking with it right now. And again, like, you're not making it up. You're not crazy. You're not delusional. But if you're asking yourself that, you want to look at why, right? Like, maybe this person's behaviors isn't so becoming. Maybe it's not so attractive. Maybe they're not really truly being totally divine masculine right now. And so what does that say on our side? How can we educate ourselves and heal on our side to become more feminine, to be more receptive, and to have better boundaries, so that like how they're behaving or what we're putting up with or what we're allowing and like seeing out of them transforms? Because the connection may be real, but the way that we're both showing up to it may make it seem like it's not, may make it seem like we're crazy, may make it seem like what the fuck is the point of this. But in order for that to change, we need to change on our side in order to invoke that masculine energy to come up out of them. So I don't think it's in your head, but I feel like the reason you feel like that is because they're not doing anything that they should be based off of what they're feeling. But that's not that's not your fault, but it is up to you how you perceive it, how you feel about it, and how you move forward from it, so that like the energy can shift. So there is destiny involved in this. There's divine guidance. There's trials and conviction within this. This is necessary. These things, this crisis, these modes that you're going through to heal, so that you can get to your fate and your destined outcome. And you need to become more adaptable and awakened, so you can get on the right path. So that like, we don't want a man that we're thinking like, does he really like me? We want a man that we know likes us, that we know takes action. Like, we already know there's a connection, but what he's doing about that, there's something that's like kind of off within the energy. So we need to awaken that next level. We need to have that miracle, that transformation, and that happens within our energy. If we want the commitment and we want the forward movement, we want the partnership to happen, we got to lift up and out of our doubt. Right? We don't want to doubt the connection, because that's not going to add to the connection growing. But we don't also want to entertain what's already currently happening if things aren't moving steadily forward. If you want the gifts, the generosity, and the assistance in this, you got to look at like where like the falseness is happening. Thank you, Guinevere. Thank you very much. It's like you say, I've been really confused lately. It's like everything dies and is born again, died, old beliefs, new ones haven't formed yet. Yeah. Um, there is big shifts coming, big surprises coming. And sometimes it's just hard. It's like we're changing who we are. It's a disruption, it's a cycle, it's not a straight path. But things will get easier over time. You will have the clarity, the awareness and truth. But in the meantime, don't dismiss everything that you already know. Don't dismiss like the truth of the matter, but also look at why that is happening. Like the confusion's for a reason. There's something that is guiding you to look at and be like, be aware of, so that you're not entertaining the falseness anymore, so that you can step out of that and become magnetic to your true desires. Like have that aha moment of like, I don't want this fatigue. I don't want to worry. I don't want something that doesn't feel good. I want divine union with a divine man, right? All these people who come around, I know what you guys are here for. You want your twin flame. You want your true twin flame, like good love. But we've let it become masked under the ghoster, the non-communicator, the man that doesn't do this, doesn't do that, blah, 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 blah. But that's part of the problem, is us projecting that onto it and expecting all of those behaviors out of them. Like they come and they go and they ghost and they don't talk how they feel and they boopity boopity boop. And we're believing that and we're thinking that when they're feeling that. So we can choose to be like, okay, like if you feel that you're a twin flame, you feel like there's a connection there, you feel like there's a reason for this to be happening, you got to make that conscious choice to continue to like choose that they can rise above that too. You can rise above it, they can rise above it. And even if they can't, you continuing to do so will eventually get you to the point where it's like, I don't even want to entertain this anymore because it's not what I want. That's not divine. That's not sacred. That's not like the guy that I want. I want the guy that's doing something. But a lot of people have gotten into like a weirdness within this. It's almost like a veil has been placed over it, and holding on to things that aren't necessarily there in the moment. Um, and it's like we're bypassing, like spiritually bypassing the lessons on our own side to see with clarity and truth, like what do we need to do so that we can have our true fated meeting with our divine counterpart? What are the unfinished answers within this? What are the lessons that needed to be learned so that we can have the harvest of things come to be with a tranquil relationship? Maybe we've been through some bad shit. Maybe we saw our parents in a weird fucked up foundation. Maybe our home life wasn't the best, but we can overcome that and heal that. Boop. I will only accept the twin flame if he came incorrect. Good. I see how better boundaries and better strategies are two sides of the same coin. Yes. You okay? You okay? You good girl? Come here. Hold on 1 second. Here you go. Miss you miss? Take it this? Here you go. Take it. Here you go. Good girl. Serious? No. Alright. Yes, it's all about boundaries. Yes. So yes, the connection's there. You're not crazy. You can have victory and recognition. Success, reputation, win, goals can be achieved within these things. This was flipped here too, but the sun is needed as well. Like we need to recognize the divine within things. We need to recognize the light within things. We just kind of need to change our beliefs up. We got to stop believing the old storylines and expect a new outcome. And we both have to play a part in that. And we also have to put up the better boundaries and the better self-respect and the better expectations on the outcomes to get them. If we don't feel like that's going to happen, or like we expect those bad outcomes, we're going to keep seeing them. We can have a good sign or a bad omen mixed into the same outcomes. But you can be the problem solver. You can get curious. You can ask the right questions, and you can adapt in a creative way and be resourceful to bring in the true lion, the divine masculine, somebody that's going to be devoted and heart-centered. But it does start within the mind. And it, you know, give yourself grace. Like, it's okay to be a little bit lost sometimes. It's okay to be a little bit confused sometimes. But it is also under the surface that we got to dive into that shadow work. Shadow work, shadow work, shadow work. You know, spirits of the darkness and light. We got to embrace both and figure out what's going on underneath there. Like what happened as a child, what happened in our past lives, what happened in our past relationships that's allowing us to continue down this path that's like not the best outcome. So we can rise out of that and have the carefree, better new beginning in our reality. I'm so stressed. I came home from work and cleaned up one of my cat's hairball and it looked like blood. He seems okay, but I made an appointment to take him to the vet. Is there any way a reading could reveal if he's okay? Reiki maybe. I don't think a reading would necessarily be the right thing. Like you've already like making the appointment is good. Um, keep an eye on him. Obviously, we can send Reiki. I feel like sending Reiki is good, but the best thing would like get to the vet or I don't know because I don't have cats, man. I'm not a cat expert, but let me just see. Don't go into fear because if you go like I used to do that. I used to freak out and go to fear all the time. When Sadie was little, she I don't even know what she did. She's always coughed like she's always had a cough after she drinks. She's very old now, so her cough has been getting worse. Right, honey? Yeah. Good girl. But like I thought she had gout or bloat. I thought she had bloat. And I was like trying to take apart the fridge because there was a tube in the fridge so I could use the tube to do something because it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And the dog was totally fine. But like I freaked myself out. The guy that I lived with was like, "You're not taking apart the fridge to put it down the dog's throat." But we can transmute. Like there's been times that she pulled all the muscles in her back and I use sound frequencies to help with that. So go on and look for like sound frequencies that can be helpful in healing. I think 528 is one that's good for like basically everything. Play that, take it to the vet. But I mean, there is caution and warning card coming through. I feel like it's more so don't freak out because you can actually cause more harm through the fear and create a timeline where it's really bad, or you can go down the timeline where your prayers are answered and things are okay. I don't know if honey is good for cats or not. They say like honey is okay for dogs like that have coughing or stuff like what she's doing. But I think let's see. I think they'll be okay. I think the cat will be okay. Whatever's going on, you can change the soul essence of it, and I will send some healing to the cat as well. And I would play some music for the cat. But I think the best way to get like the answer is to just go to the vet and see what the vet says at the place about the cat. Yeah, you'll have things work out. I feel it says fireworks celebration. Yeah, bouquet, reconciliation, warmth, contentment. I think it'll be okay. I would still go and get the clarity from the vet, but I think it'll be okay. The light is here a lot. Clarity is here. You're gonna feel better once you have that clarity from the vet. Like, oh, it's no big deal. It's just like something was stuck in their throat. It may not even be blood. Maybe it is. I don't know. Sometimes those types of things happen, and it can also happen with age. The world is so fucked up. Everything in this world is like everybody's getting sick or cancer or dying from what we've been fucking eating and feeding. Like nothing in the grocery store is okay. Nothing. Like not for the dogs, not for the people, nothing. It's all been they just want us to, So we gotta fight back. Apple cider vinegar, yes, is also good. Just a little bit with the one with the mothers. I've been doing that for Sadie as well because like I said, she's so old now. It's like every day I've given her baths with the apple cider vinegar, and I've given her I have a dropper with apple cider vinegar, but I put a lot of water in there with the dropper. Whenever I've given it to her, I'll do like a little tiny bit of apple cider vinegar with a lot of water, and I've bathed her in apple cider vinegar for when she gets itchy, and that worked better than anything the vets gave us for the itchy skin because Honey Bunny had the itchy skin too. And the only thing that ever works on either of them is a fucking apple cider vinegar bath. But don't get the old one anymore because what's his freaking name took it over. Douchebag there that I don't like. What's his name? He owns the world now. My sis has a few puppers that do that as well. It's because they're breathing and drinking at the same time, getting a little fluid in there. Yeah, she's done that every time she drank, but lately I've noticed like it's like kind of picking up more than it's like sometimes it's not when she drinks. So I all the honey synchronicity was like, oh, honey. So I've been giving her a little bit of honey, and that helps. Like she stops coughing like almost immediately. But I've been keeping an eye on her to see because I don't know. Is it like she's done it her whole life? This has been an issue. I used to fucking freak out over nothing and try to take apart the fridge. So, I try not to panic anymore. But most of the stuff that's happened with the dogs we've had a lot of dogs. we've usually been able to cure anything at home without having to waste like all of our money on it. Um, anytime that they went to the vet was because there was somebody that was like, "Oh, I want to have them get fixed," and I was like, "Okay, thank you." But before that and after that, we don't like run there all the time. Well, there was one time I ran there with Elsion because she went under the sink and ate these pills that are for like they were my exes. I didn't even know they existed here. They were like the urinary tract ones, and so she started peeing out what looked like blood, and I was like, what the fuck is this? But I didn't even know like that she had gotten to those. Like, but then I figured it out because I had been cleaning out underneath the sink. But whoever owned this house before had mousetrap things under there with fucking that stuff in there that's like poison. So it just happens to be that like the dog, two of the puppies, like Alcyon and Seven, went under there, and then later on she's peeing like looks like blood, but it's just the orange color from those pills. Um, so I'm like, what could this be? And I found that like I'm like, oh, maybe there's something in here, and I look it up, and I'm like, oh, one of the symptoms is if they got that they will pee blood. So I went to the fucking emergency vet and spent like $1,000 for them to tell me that she's totally okay, and run a test on her pee to be like, no, she's fine. It's not good. It's not food, it's filler. Yeah, it's gross. Ricky, he's a chubby kitty, and I am very attached to him. Yeah. How old is he? We're heading, yes, all the healing vibes. You're welcome. Bill Gates, yes, motherfucking Bill Gates. He bought some of the Bragg's apple cider vinegar. It's no longer good. People will tell you, like, it changed. He tends to hack up hairballs or throw up. I get it. Something mild, like irrational and nothing more, yeah. The tests are expensive. That's why a lot of times I'm like, let's see where this goes. Are you dying? Are you okay? Because fucking she was totally fine, and it was so much money. But then I realized what it was because, like, when it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then it was like 7 o'clock when I could finally go to a vet place. And so, in between that time, I realized like I had these, like, there was like just a couple of them inside of a makeup bag. And so I researched them and figured out what they were, and then figured out that they make pee orange. But it was like, it was such a moment that I just went through the whole process without like, I just gotta take her, like just in case she's bleeding to death internally from the fucking rat poison, which she wasn't. Yes, the treats are expensive. The tests are expensive. The treats are expensive. He's only 5 or 6. He's fine. He'll be fine. He should be fine. You know, I don't like to. A lot of readers will not do things on like medical and stuff like that because you don't want to be responsible for that. But I feel like he's fine. 5 or 6 cats live to like 30. The cats that I've had in my life live to like 30. It depends. Sometimes cats can have things happen, but I wouldn't worry about it. It seems like you guys care. You're taking him. You're doing the right things for him. Keep an eye on it. Obviously, does he have really? You said fluffy hair. A lot of fluffy hair can sometimes cause like it to get stuck. Um, just I wouldn't panic. Yes, I hope he is. I think he'll be all right. Usually that's young. Even these guys like the one that passed away a few years ago, Stinky was his name. He wasn't I came into the relationship, Stinky was there. I wouldn't have named him Stinky. But that was Stinky, and he was like 17 when he passed away, and all of them are like 10, 12, 7, 8. They're all they all range. I think Sadie is the oldest. So maybe like 2008. I don't know. I really don't know. He licks himself a lot. Medium hair. Yeah, it could be that. Does he go outside? I grew up on a farm and we had like 30 cats at one point. Because people would come by and drop them off. It wasn't just like, oh, we want 30 cats. Cats would just get dropped off. I can't remember. Yeah, it must have been like 2008 for Sadie. So how old is she? 16? Oh goodness, she's getting old. That's like the age that Stinky was. She seems a lot more active and like healthier than Stinky was. Um, I've been preparing for the end of her life already. Like I've been aware. Like she's not like when we move, she probably won't because when we moved with Stinky, he left very shortly after we moved. So I feel like when we move this time, she probably won't be with us much longer after that. I already know. I already fucking know. Like I can't help it. I already know. I already know she's dying. Like I just know. But she's not dead yet. But I'm not panicking. I'm not adding to the timeline. But I already know. Like just when my mother was dying, I fucking knew. Um, but that's just how life is. You know. It's not. It's you still got 15 years, 20 years with yours. No, don't worry. Um, but yeah. She's and then Monoman is after her. Oh my god, wait a minute. Monoman's 15? I'm gonna go break down. I'm gonna go have a mental breakdown. Um like oh no. Maybe I don't know, man. They don't live forever. But if that's correct, if it was that year, oh no. Me too. Although I'd be honest, having this many dogs has not been easy. And I never wanted that many dogs. Like, I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything. Like, I'm freaking out about where the fuck I'm gonna move to with so many dogs. Um, so yeah, like, as much as it sucks, like when my mother passed away, I was very upset. I wasn't happy about it, but like it gave me freedom back that I could like, wow, I can do my own thing again. Like I'm not here being, in the hospital 24/7. I'm not constantly at someone else's beck and call. Um, so I know like that will alleviate some stress because I literally spend all of my money on dog food and things like that and taking care of them. I don't go any places. I don't even try to find a boyfriend because who wants a fucking girlfriend with 6 dogs? Um, I just try to cater to them. So it would be like having your kids grow up and go to college because they'll still be with me. They'll still be here. They just won't be in the physical. But the reality of how old they both are just hit me. I've been preparing for Sadie because I just know she's staring at me too right now. But I wasn't that much prepared for Monoman to be that old, to be honest. Do you like the wiener dog breed? Yeah, but they are kind of assholes. They are very, like, I've had boxers, I've had Shih Tzus. I grew up on a farm, so we've had like lots of dogs. They can like I can be over here and they'll pee on my bed because they're mad at me for being over here. They're very stubborn. They're very, very pushy. They're very loud. They're just a lot. They're a lot. They take a lot to handle, and it puts strain on my relationships with people. Like my dad's always like, what the fuck, because they bark so much and they're loud and they don't care and they like revenge pee on stuff, you know. So yeah, I love them. They're awesome, but they I would not get them unless you're prepared for like a child that is never gonna grow up and also be very like, oh, I'm gonna pee on your stuff because you're not paying me attention. And they're very hard to train. Honey Bunny was mine, and then Honey Bunny and Sadie Lady started fighting when puppies came along, and then my ex, when he left, my dad came, and I was like, here, you can watch Honey Bunny so that they stop fighting. So now they don't fight anymore. He's in love with Honey Bunny, but she was mine. Like she was mine. The only reason I kept her is because she was almost dead. All of them have a reason for even being here. There's a long story with all of it, but they definitely are. Like it's definitely somebody like you. If you're a wiener person, you're a wiener person. If you're not a wiener person, you probably would hate them because they are very demanding. But it seems like anybody who gets wieners gets like multiples of them. It's weird, like they multiply like potato chips. Napoleon yes, they're very, very demanding. Like all summer long, all day, no matter what. It's always like, can you do this? Like I can't say no to them. I'm a people pleaser. I'm a dog pleaser. If they want a treat, they get a treat. If they want to go in the pool, they go in the pool. If they want me to do something, I do it. If they are mad at me, they let me know. But they're very demanding. And I've changed my whole life based around them. That's how I feel about my cats and my kids. Yes. Yes. I love them. I obviously, or I wouldn't still have them. But it's been, it's been difficult to have that many dogs and live your life at the same time. You okay, Sadie Mamas? All right. Well, it was a black wiener with tan. My aunt had two wieners, black wiener with tan. Her name was Anana, which means dwarf in Spanish. That's cute. My aunt had two when I was younger, but I never even really interacted with them, so it's funny that like I ended up with so many of them later in life. I always liked boxers growing up, and I had a couple like in my own, adult age, but when I met the guy that I lived with for a decade, he had a wiener dog, and then someone came to our door and was like, "Oh, we have these wiener dogs. We heard you like wiener dogs. You can have both of them for $500." And they were clearly on drugs and not okay, so we took both of them for $500, and that's where we got Sadie Lady. And then we gave the other one to his friend who still has it. And then we went to Florida and he went on fucking Craigslist and got Monoman, and I was so mad at him because I didn't want a third wiener dog, and I ended up Monoman's my heart dog, and then we lost our house the day that Monoman was supposed to get fixed, and he kept letting them fucking get together, so we had puppies and puppies and puppies and puppies until there were so many fucking puppies. Hello. One day I want one with a Pyrenees. I feel that I only have two dogs, but Huskies are very neat, and they're big too. So it's like your two, mine equal to like two of yours. It's just a lot. It takes a lot. It's a lot of time, a lot of energy. Boxers are great, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna head off before it gets too late. I'm gonna have to I haven't fed them their dinner yet, so gotta go do that. Give them their dinner times. Two Maine Coon cats. That's awesome. Yeah, I think we had one of those at one point. We've had a lot of everything because there was 20 something horses, there was goats, there was chickens, there was fucking roosters, there was everything. There were so many things. But thank you guys. I will see you again soon. I don't know when exactly I'll do a next live. I did write one down for TikTok on Saturday. So Saturday night, I might do it on my TikTok. I'm going to try. I'm really going to try. I'm going to try my fucking hardest. I hate cats. I'm allergic, but I love Bengals. I like cats. I just can't have them with these guys. I will send money right now. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. I will be live on TikTok on Saturday. I'm just gonna say it so that I do it, and then I'll be back here like with videos and more lives over the month. But thank you guys. Have a good night. In Renee, namaste.